What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Suzerain. Back to my gameplay where I am El Presidente. Running the thing, man. Running the thing. Democracy in action. Give me a second. I have to get my coffee all set up here. Got my black coffee, man. I could barely make it throughout the day, man, nowadays. I'm so freaking daggone tired, and I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's just, because of the whole pandemic thing or what, but daggone, man. I'm taking naps in the middle of the day. Then again, think about it when I was on duty. If you finish chow early, that's the first thing you do. Hit the rack for like 20 minutes. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. Alright, so where were we? We're on chapter 1 still? Seriously? Come on, people. Come on, peoples. Did a Walmart order. I need AA batteries for my mouse. We got no AA batteries. How does Walmart not have AA batteries? Like, literally, you walk into the place. They got everything for everything. Like a corn on your head. Corn, like the what do you call it, like a corn for your foot but goes on your head. They got something for that, I bet. And again, if you have a corn on your head, man, that's gonna hurt, man. I pull those things off my anyway. I'll stop right there. My mom gets those, man. Oh, they look like oof. She's always on her feet. That's the thing, man. My mom doesn't. She's like my grandma. She's not with us anymore, but my grandma, man, I'm telling you, even if she was hurting every bone in her body and like had blisters and corns on her feet, she would still just keep going. Business council meetings. Let's do this. All right, we were locking into work with the business council to assess weakness in the economy. Simon organized business. Blah blah blah. When we arrived, streets were bustling with activity. Oh gosh, this guy again. I hate Walter Tusk. Shortage banker chair. Oh, okay. She's important. Okay, and then Simon Hall, Minister of the Economy. Oh wow, okay, we got a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Even with pride, he let us a private room and got us seated at a large table. Yeah, I don't like the private room thing, man. I need witnesses. Co-chairman of NBC. You serious? Oh no, that's the National Business Council. I'm like, hey man, how you doing? I got an idea for a TV. All right, and where's the manager? This, I guess. I recommend the Lockian salmon present. You have to taste this local delicacy, the best in sort of. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not stupid, you frake. Born in Brooklyn. You think I'm gonna fall for that? Yeah, I'll take that. Now, if you were smart, if you were a wise guy, I wouldn't order that, and I would order something else, and you would put the poison in whatever the other thing I would order. Actually, you put poison in all of it. I like pasta. Let's go with pasta. You can't screw up pasta, right? Order rice. Chairman of CBS. CBS and NBC. That must be something the developers did intentionally. McHaven. Mr. President. An expensive one that one of the sirs I had just brought. No, thank you. Because you know what's going to happen? Check this out. If I take that expensive bottle of red wine, somebody's going to be like in the window taking a picture. Look at the president, a $3,000 bottle of wine, you know? Give me the water, you know? Give me the water so this way. People are like, oh, what will you drink, Mr. President? Water. Oh. I guess he's not on the payroll. No, I'm not on the payroll. In the same order as the rest of you. Just probably a little bit more filtered. 1934. I have to insist. Motherfracker. Yeah. Mr. President, nobody's forcing you. We're meeting tonight in difficult times, but I believe that with hard work, cooperation, and trust, we will get through this period as well. I'd like to thank Mr. Rain again for his decisiveness when it comes to economic policy. I'm sure we will stop this recession. And of course, my colleagues in the Business Council, bye. That's quick, man. After a couple of minutes, man. That's a little suspicious. Either that, you microwave the freaking food, which is not good. So, how do you find the food of the best fine dining restaurant in Le Cavan, Mr. President? Tipping is no small thing. I actually don't like giving tips. People have salaries for a reason. Oh, who is that? McPhail. Who the freak? You're a piece of garbage. Let me tell you something. So you're one of those pieces of shit that, like, people bring food to your house and you don't tip them, like the driver or anything. I always tip, man. I always tip. Now, there are lengths, right? So growing up in Brooklyn, I was raised you tip. Somebody brings something to your house, you tip them. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You tip them. Now, somewhere around the early 2000s, right, I would go into, I remember, I think it was like a cafe that started this garbage. So when you go into like a pizza restaurant or cafe or whatever, right, not cafe, like a coffee shop, right, and you order a coffee, maybe get a couple of donuts, or you walk into a pizza shop, you get a couple of slices. I'm waiting, right, for the pizza to be cooked, or like they're slicing it up, giving it to me, giving them the $2-3, right, for the slices, and I'm out, right? I'm not giving a tip, right? Somewhere around the early 2000s, this thing started happening where we have to give tips out for standing there. Let me tell you something. If I go sit down, right, and then you bring the food to me, yeah, you're gonna get a tip, man. I didn't have to get back up, but I'm gonna have to pay retail and then tip you for, I mean, like, why? You know, I somewhere around the early 2000s that happened. Now every place you go has like a tip jar, and I'm like, come on, man. But, and I don't want to seem like ungrateful or anything like that, but that's not the way I was raised, man. Like, I was raised with like, hey, you tip somebody after they, you know, bring you your food, things like that. Yeah, I never understood. Or I tip around here, like, for example, we had like a plumber come or electrician. So I remember the first time I said, I went to my wife, I said, hey, you got like $10, $20? She's like, no, for what? So I want to tip the electrician or the plumber. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. She's like, we don't do that down here. And apparently nobody does down here. Well, at least this part of Virginia, as far as I know, they don't tip. You know, in New York, you tip. Somebody comes over, you give them $20. Give them $10, $20. Mechanic, you walk out, you give them like depending on how much money it was, if it was like a $3,000, $4,000 job with the whole engine stuff, you give them $50 to $100. You know, here it's not like that. It's very unusual. Very unusual. How are things going on in the Maroon Palace? Pressure must have increased after you attended that funeral. As we conversed with Mikhail, I heard Walter raise his voice in an apparent argument with Edith and Simon. Uh-oh. We both stopped to listen. Arcasia, which is... okay. Knows the right way of doing business. Their approach to the world is real and raw. I prefer that cutthroat approach in comparison to the niceties. Well, I mean, it's a nice country to visit. I've traveled there often in business trips. The attitude on all countries are nice to visit if you have the cash. That's true. Exactly. How about the people who don't have extra cash to spend? What about disease? What about death? What about everything that is wrong with the world? These are the matters beyond our lives. We should focus on the betterment of ourselves and enjoy what we have instead of worrying about what others don't have. You are a piece of shit. Unbelievable. Hey man, be sure your drink has a lot of ice, because where you're going... That's an effed up thing to... Man, you know... He's the kind of guy that, you know... I'll give you a good example. Like, you know... I go to... I was getting, like, takeout. Like, what is that freaking place? It's... P.F. Chang? No, not P.F. Chang's. It's something that's... I don't know. It's like a nationalized Chinese food restaurant. I forgot the name of it. It's pretty famous. I forgot the name. I always go there, but I forgot. And, you know, we didn't have anything like that in New York. You just have Chinese food restaurants. And every time I go, like, online, right, and I order my stuff, they always say, like, at least the place I go to, they were like, hey, would you like to donate to CKHD? I was like, yeah, throw in $1, throw in $2, whatever. You know, just, I always do that every time. I did that the other day. I went to, whatever that place is with the ice cream, no, not Carvel, the other one. I just, yeah, throw in a little bit of, as much, you know, on the side. You'd probably be the person that drives through is like, would you like to donate CKHD? No. Like, buddy, you have billions of dollars. You could throw a $5 out. No. Should worry about what we have. Enjoy what we have. You know, like, give me a break, man. So, yeah, and by the way, about the Chinese food restaurants, that national Chinese food restaurant, I forgot the name of it. It's really good. Like, I'll be honest. I forgot the name of it, damn it. It's really good, though. I usually get, like, the orange chicken, the rice, and beef and broccoli. It's good. But then the one time I came there, they had to make and I ordered the chow mein. So they didn't have chow mein, so I ordered, they were like, if you want to wait a couple of minutes. I was like, couple of minutes? They're like, yeah, it'll be about 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll wait 2 minutes. That's not bad. Fresh chow mein? Why not? So then I see this guy, right, take out this plastic wrap, right, with inside is like yellow, like crunchy noodles that are like super freeze dried. And he takes them out and puts them in warm water and he stirs, adds a few things. That was my chow mein, man. I was just like, really? What the frick? And then I saw other things that they were making. I'm like, jeez, man. Because you know when I was growing up, right? You go to a Chinese food restaurant, you order a lo mein or a chow mein, freaking chicken and broccoli, you're going to be waiting, right? It's going to be at the very least, like around 5 minutes, right? Because they have to go get it, right? Put it there, mix the things, and they do the, you know, with the wok and all that stuff. You know, it's a process, and you could see your lo mein just jumping up, then throwing in stuff, and when it comes out, oh, delicious. And you know, it's not like I don't know, it's not like freaking freeze dried in bags and all that. I don't like that, man. That feels too. I don't know. Something wrong with that. That's why I always try to stick with the regular Chinese food restaurants. All right. Anyway, egotistical way to look at the world. Oh, I like this. Old men plant trees whose shade they shall never sit under. An idealist at heart, you know what they say. Being a romantic idealist is easy when you have the time and money to be able to sit down, relax, and dream. Well, technically, you do have the time and money to sit down and dream. I saw that the construction of the highway is already started. I have my concerns about the company, but I hope they are doing a good job. I expect that the project will bring new investments from Mongolia, which is that thing, right? My mouse is dying, man. Okay. The mood has already become positive. I have to congratulate Mr. Rain for such a project. Mr. Hall also deserves credits. She says, is there a joke coming? I don't comment on rumors, but I make an exception since we are among friends. It's true. It is a wee villa out the outskirts of country. I wish it had like the actual map. Okay. Oh, it's just a modest house with a swimming pool and, a small golf course on the property. Yeah, you freaking piece of garbage. Small golf course on the property. Unbelievable. Your ass is about to get fired, my friend. Ooh, Edith. How you doing? Come on, let's not talk about finance or politics now. We came here to relax. Difficult life in Dyer. Where's Dyer? Try to be as blurry as possible. Wait, hold on. I tried to leave my past behind, focus on today. That's what I say after a good night of drinking. Yeah, me too, buddy. Who said that? I like you. I did write your family, Mr. President. How are they doing, if you don't mind me asking? We don't talk much. Families are everything. My advice would be make sure that Frank, has a solid ratio. He is your future after all. Motherfracker. He's going to be, it's difficult to connect with him. He's a little shy. I guess I'll just do that. His yacht party? All people got yachts and all this stuff, and the whole country is freaking dirt poor. Separates you from the rabble. Wow. But I would agree that we need more economists to enter politics. It's unfortunate Waldo was the only one who actually studied economics. Not that I mean anything against you, Mr. Rain. Alright, his terms saw many market reforms that were implemented very quickly in his first year. He privatized several industries, brought tax cuts, relaxed immigration policies, and changed several to bring foreign investment to Swordland. However, he was faced with a recession. Yeah, I know. He threatened their economic base over a country through a vast privatization program. They removed him back to you after. Walter, stop with the conspiracy theories. I think we have enough drinks. Everyone went quiet after a long silence, followed by some chit-chat. Ordered another bottle of whiskey. Oh, I like whiskey. The waiters brought one of the finest Arcasian whiskeys. It's time for a toast. Fine. Let's just drink this up and leave. Oh, shit. Jeez. That's my Minister of Economy. Oh, jeez, you piece of what? Usually the Lothenberg spokesman doesn't directly comment on the administration. But I'd like to say a few things since this was a special evening. Finally, a president that listens to their people. It won't be easy to pass the new constitution through Assembly and the Supreme Court. We could help you get through it if you... you piece of garbage. Me and the group are disappointed in the economic direction that you took by promoting an inefficient planned economy. Yet we live in the same country. We'll settle our differences. He looked me in the eye. You rejected our previous discreet offer to pick up U-Haul Construction. And the Lothenberg group is... Oh, surprise. The spokesman... The execution of the first mega infrastructure. Yeah. The action led to disappointment in the group. Oh, poor baby! Would you like a cookie? You frack. We are aware of upcoming tax meeting, and it would be a step in the direction if private corporations will get a tax cut. To boost the economy with job creation, of course. So I give you a tax cut, you're going to make jobs, right? Yeah, I remember when in 2008, 2009, the government bailed out multiple companies to provide jobs to let credit flow, and they did not. And yeah, I remember that. And it was sad because I was working and I remember IBM laid off thousands and thousands of people from that facility, and seeing people like leave, I think it was thousands, just those looks on those people's faces, it was like a mass termination kind of thing. It was crazy. But it was fun. It was really interesting because I saw that happening, but then I saw, like, I think it was like a year or so later, whatever it was. I knew people on Wall Street, and there was this one guy that came in. I'm not going to mention where I was working, but he picked up, like, it was Christmas time. Picked up like $30,000 to $50,000, somewhere around there, worth of presents for his family, and I remember like people were just barely scraping by, and this guy was just buying everything. Didn't like that guy. But then I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. To boost the economy, job creation, of course. Group one's a private corporation, tax cut, and privatization, healthcare, and education. A peace branch. So what now? You going to war? That guy was a piece of garbage. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from like discussing politics in this. I'm not gonna say where I lean toward here, either there or the other way. I just I'm not a fan of like, and I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of like rich, wealthy people. Like I said in previous episode, I have people in my extended family that have money. I've dealt with rich people in the past. When I worked retail, I remember that like middle class, like electricians, people that worked in the Department of Sanitation, plumbers, all of them. Every time like I was like taking out. I guess when I was working at Key Food, taking out food and stuff like that, or when I was working at other places for with more expensive merchandise, I always get tips. And they're like, here's $5, here's $10, whatever it was. And I was like, dang, man, that's awesome. Every time when I worked with very wealthy people that had boats, multiple houses, all that, I mean, I would go out in the dead of cold in like blizzard-like conditions, carrying their computers, all that stuff, put it in the thing, and they'd be like, have a Merry Christmas. And I'm like, okay. And then also I had like a bunch of them, numerous ones that were like haggling. Like they made my job a lot harder than it needed to be, right? When like a plumber came in, it's like, I need a computer for my daughter. I'm like, sure, this computer, right? And he'd be like, okay, sounds good. And if I saw like a patch that said first ID, I'd be like, prior service? Yeah, all right, let me give you a discount, right? But then I would get some people that would come in and it's like, hey, I would like to get this Microsoft Surface, but can you you got to do something with the price. I'm like, what do you want me to do with the price? It's like, come on, give me like 20-30% off. And I had to argue with this guy for like, I kid you not, for like an hour or two. Like I had to go to my boss and be like, hey, this guy wants me to go up to you and she's just like, no, who does he think he is? And at the end, he was just like, nah, it was like $600-700 computer, right? And he's like, it was gonna be for like my my boat. I was gonna have my second boat to have a secondary console. Forget it. And he walked away. And I'm like, really? After all that, you a piece of garbage, kind of thing. So anyway, stuff like that, man. Really, like, it is what it is. But I said earlier that I have extended family that have money, and hopefully they never listen to this, but they know the truth. There was that one Christmas, this is after my aunt got her mansion and stuff like that, and before her mansion she used to always get like really great presents, always history books with me, alright, so I'd always get like Civil War or World War II or something like that, and really thick books and really expensive books. because obviously they put that price tag on there. It was really thoughtful, and I really loved it. And sometimes even money on top of it, I'm like, dag, this is too much. But some time after their first million or 2 million or whatever it was, I don't know why, but it changed, right? Like, she gave like, I don't know, maybe a $30-$40 gift card, maybe a $20 gift card, I don't remember. I'm like, oh, all right, I mean, gift card, all right, I guess that's cool. But I'll never forget, and this kind of like what drew my sister away. She never actually been there since, I think. My sister got perfume, and she was really, thankful. And she got home and she tried it on. She was like, I don't know, I'm not that crazy about this scent. What do you think, Mom? She was like, no. And she knew she got it from like Macy's or whatever it was. And so she was like, I want to see if I can like trade it in for a different scent that I like, that I'll use. And so she went to the store and was there with my mom and said, hey, I got this from my aunt, it's great, but I don't like the scent. I wanted to see if I could swap it out. She was like, no, we can't do that. Oh, why? Like, I just want a different scent. This doesn't appeal to me. She's like, that was actually the free gift that we gave when you bought this. And my sister was like, I cannot effing believe that. Are you serious? And she's like, yeah, that's what you get for free by buying this. And ever since then, my sister never went back. I don't even know if she spoke to Dagmara since then. And we always had to like make a excuse, like, why didn't Nicole come? And my mom and dad would have to say something else. But I remember thinking, I was like, wow, that was not good. Not good at all. Considering, I mean, you really can't say that you didn't have the money, right? Because when you have 2 horses, right? Vehicles just to transport the horses, mansion, multiple cars, another house now, apparently. In Florida. So a lot of things changed. That first mill or two, a lot of things changed, and I'll never forget that. I do notice people that I grew up with that now are making good money. Like, we're talking in the like 6 figures, maybe higher 6 figures. I don't talk to them anymore. Our lifestyles have changed. Like, now I'm not saying everybody's like this, right? But me personally, just to go out, party, drink, all that stuff. But even like as adults, we'd still go to a bar, catch up and stuff like that, have whatever. Very different, I have friends now, they go on boats, or buying a boat and, going to tropical islands all the time. And really kind of hang out is kind of, I do have other friends that, one of my buddies is an accountant. I don't know how much money he makes. It's probably less than 6 figures. I go out bar hopping, or we go actually now to the same bar and we eat and drink there. My other buddy who's a judge, he's still cool. But I do notice people that did make that good money stop talking. It's just really, really sad. Really sad. Different friends, kind of thing. Not a boat guy. I guess maybe, when they're talking about, hey, I'm thinking about getting a second boat. It's like, yeah, you want to get this boat for this, and, talk to this guy, he'll get you this. Guess you really can't talk boats with me because I don't know anything about a boat. I've been on a boat, I think, the Carnival cruise line once. It's about it. USS Intrepid, I've been on that, but she was docked. Anyway. Let's go into this. Actually, gonna be a little down, so I'm gonna try to skip all that talk about that stuff. All right, most of the cabinet gathered in the White Room for the important occasion. Whoa! Everybody's here. Who the heck are you? I've never seen you before. Okay, cool. I know you, Nia. I know him. Minister here. Yeah, I bet. You gotta get that second boat, right there, Simon? Oh, man, my drinking buddy. They're working on upcoming trade agreements with... Okay, cool. Who's Ciara? Oh. Before we begin, is nobody going to mention the ban on the red youth and... Oh, jeez. However much the political aims might differ from our ministry, surely you must agree that freedom of expression must be protected at all costs. Yeah, I mean, Miss Morgana is... Miss Morgana is right. So Nia and her, huh? Interesting. Nia, Minister of Justice and Education. I believe how far closer to red youth politics than the youngster, but I believe that both. She broke off as she noticed that Lucy and Simon and Alyssa were looking at her. Ladies, let's leave the extraneous chit-chat for afternoon tea. All right, all eyes turn to the Minister of Economy, which is that weird guy. Thank you for the compliment. Today is a big day. We must prioritize our spending wisely in order to achieve the goals we set as government while maintaining enough political support. If I may add, promises were made during the election. There are three options regarding the budgeting of the four main branches of the government. It's either we increase, maintain, or decrease funding. Increasing will result in an improvement of the branch, which will unlock new policy options. Maintaining will keep the funding, resulting in no visible change. Decreasing causes a loss in efficiency in that branch. Our welfare systems are full of issues that need to be addressed. For instance, we have to be careful as to what we fund so we have resources remaining for other investment projects. All right, reduction of funding in certain branches to help funding. We have to keep true to the election process, our people, because of promises we made. There we go. As much as we realistically can. If we fail in improving our economy, the promises don't mean much in the bigger picture. Before we begin our discussion, there is one thing that I want to voice my opinion on. As we manage the government budget, we're obviously able to go into debt to invest in different branches. Although debt is a possibility under these circumstances, it would dent our financial system, worsening the economy crisis if we push it too far. Then Lucian comes. Point from me as well to everyone before the discussion. Given the current state of the country, the economic situation is a political priority right now, more so than ever. The budget will also be applicable to the entire team. It is very critical that we plan correctly. Let's begin then. Which branch should we discuss first? All right, so this is interesting. Law enforcement, I'm going to cut a little bit. Military, I'm going to go up a little bit. Healthcare. Our healthcare system is vast and provides free services to most of our citizens. However, the quality of healthcare is far worse in low-income and rural areas. Therefore, I think that we should receive more funding to address this disparity. Okay. If we don't increase spending on health services, we at least need to maintain. Otherwise, we are putting lives at risk. We have started a new analysis on what would happen if a pandemic... Oh, great. Thank you for reminding me. For our healthcare system, the debt toll will be unimaginable. I hope a pandemic doesn't hit in this. I'm not even talking about the damage to the economy. It is a matter of life and death, and Mr. President should be treated as such. forgot what we promised. What else are we here for? That is indeed what we should try to fix whatever we can as a government. Alright, so obviously we're going to improve that. Let's discuss law enforcement. I would like to have an increase in the funding of law enforcement to increase the size of... Everybody wants more money. The size of the police force and raise salaries. We have so many internal threats to tackle, and I'm already stretched my units far too thin. Nia cleared her throat. Law enforcement is certainly a high priority. However, I feel tackling internal corruption is of far higher importance than increasing our police presence. Directing funds to my department would solve the problem at its root. If corruption is still rampant, all the police in the world won't help us. Okay. I agree with Miss Morgana. Again, you open your mouth. We should not reward a structure that is responsible for every increasing number of human rights. Morgana. Who the heck is Miss Morgana? Oh. Okay. The police is here to serve and protect. More funding will allow us to take care of our police force. It is quite a simple choice given the current state of the economy. I agree, Nia. We need real solutions for real problems like... Whoa. Ah, shoot. Okay. I agree with Lilius. Who's Lilius? Isn't that girl? Okay. I agree with Nia. Let us do that. So, yes, I'm going to reduce funding for the police, and I'm going to increase money for the military. I like this guy. He's an asshole sometimes, but he's good now. If not this year, next year. If not next year, the year after that. I know. Jeez. Mr. Lancia. Right, pardon my theatrics, but sir, this is a serious matter. I know, dude. The issues of Rumba can't be solved diplomatically. What kind of message are we sending to them and the whole world if we suddenly start ramping our military budget? What about education? Obviously, we're going to increase education. How can you insult a system that teaches our sons? Oh, jeez, we won't be compared to other countries. Swordland is Swordland. I agree with Lily. Swordland is Swordland. Well then, the time to make a decision on the budget has come. Consider with care, Mr. President. Simon stacked a stack of papers on the table. Alright. Healthcare system in the country was at a crossroads since 1940s. The difference in quality between urban and rural hospitals is getting worse. Average. Yeah, we definitely need to increase. The educational system in Swordland was overburdened, lack of schools, teachers, and even equipment in certain... Increase. Shit. I'm gonna decrease for right now. Sorry. I think I'm going to maintain the military. He's going to get pissed, but his question is, do I go into debt, right? Do I go into debt? Because if I increase the military budget, I mean, we're at the brink of war, I think. They closed down an embassy, and I have things that they're feeding the people, feeding those young swords and the other people. I'm going to maintain it for now. He's going to get pissed, but I'm sorry, man. Looks like a balanced budget with no deficit or surplus. Not bad, not bad at all. Agreed. Here we go. I heavily disapprove. We are barely making ends meet on the security side. We forced to reduce our force size and salary. The reduction of the budget might also put as in a hot spot regarding our ability to handle the amount of court cases, then delayed them. Any statements on the matter, sir? Troubled times are ahead for our ministries. Look, I understand police are very important. I understand that. I understand, but when the infant mortality rate is so high, right? And, you know, freaking schools are crumbling, the freaking roads and the freaking places, come on. We can handle a couple of years of stretching thin our resources in the police and military. Military, I'm keeping the budget the same. You'll finally go after some comprehensions by building a new school and improving. Okay. Thank you. It is great. A positive change. All right. The military is next. It is a shame that the military won't begin to increase. I will have to make sacrifices to maintain our defense. I'm sorry, General. I mean, I didn't reduce your funding, right? I mean, next year, if the threats get higher, I will definitely increase the funding. Military is priority for me. I love the military, you know. But when I saw that when I heard the infant mortality rate, dude, no, man, that's not happening. It feels reiterating the weight of the government behind my cause. That covers all branches. The administration will approach you with the respective policy requests and expectations over the year. Okay. Sorry, I mean... Oh crap, the budget. So I'm getting less money now. After a marathon of 18 hours, government spending around 27 billion, almost 16 billion more than this year. Ministry of Education, Military Health, two of the smaller ministries in Sorno will see a budget grow more than expected, which will especially improve the quality and accessibility of welfare. Has expressed gratitude. Bill on the rights of work is being drafted. President meets with the Business Council, which later continue at dinner. The agenda of the meeting was not disclosed in contents, but it can be expected President Ray has discussed some economic plans as well as listen and consider leading industry features. Okay. A large cut to the law enforcement spending. Ugh. Both criticize the decrease in security funding in public events, current political climates. I mean, what do you want from me? It is what it is. Just suck it up and do it. Chapter 2, A New Swordland. I keep saying Swordland. Is it Swordland? I don't know. Alright, Section 1 establishes a minimum wage. Oh, okay. Section 2 sets a weekly maximum of 60 hours labor, double overtime per pay after 40 a week. Section 4 determines that workers are to be protected against occupational hazards and provide humane working conditions. Migrant undocumented workers have the same rights as citizens. Sign. Alright, people should be happy about that. Alright, give me a heads up. What is this? You don't need armor vehicles. Use the National Guard. No, sorry. I don't believe police should have up armor vehicles. You have a problem? Ask the military. We'll send some up armor vehicles and such. Geez, my budget is -1. Why? Okay. Nina answered and took a... Nina, Ministry of Justice. Good afternoon, Mr. President. Lilius will be late. Apparently there was an urgent matter in the industry. Okay. Awkward silence. Little chat. This might come off as a little strange, but I am proud of you. Despite everything, you're actually trying to reform the country. It's we, Nia, not me. I couldn't. Oh, okay. You certainly have a way with words, don't you? Yeah. And you seem to be doing well at both pros are canceling out the cons for sure. And my money. Government budget is bad. How are you really holding up, Anton? Being the president, I mean. I want to assist you in the country as best as I can. Unfortunately, my hands are tied with the current budget allocation we have for the law enforcement. Aw, I'm bringing that up. She barely finished the sentence before her knock. Mr. President, I hope that I'm not interrupting your conversation. No. Nia smiled. Oh, she gave me a smile. I'm sorry for being late. There was an important matter at the ministry, just a small dispute over who should get the supplies, nothing major. I also need to say, Mr. President, that your lack of support on... Oh, geez, they're crumbling away. Well, then, let's get straight into it. We will provide a brief update on situational law enforcement. Go ahead. Nia? is working in close collaboration to address the protests in the country. I must add that thanks to the hard work of our judiciary, the law enforcement forces assigned to the ministry are doing their job efficiently. I would call it the success of our forces on the ground, not due to the judicial branch of our government. As expected, after budget reduction, the morale of the employees are at all-time low. Many of them face the risk of losing their jobs now. Yeah, we have mass protests in the country talking about how we will fire security force personnel. What makes things worse is that our request to fund the lacking rank has been ignored. This is ridiculous. Whoa! Agreed, the Minister of Justice has hit the worst. So high that judges don't even have time to look at smaller cases postponed in months or years later. This causes a disaster. How can we deal with justice if we can't find the time in these cases? Each sacrifice might have been, well, oh jeez. Due to the budget decrease, we have no choice but to cut funding from a branch. However, you need to make a decision in terms of which branch gets the cut. Exactly. When deciding, you must look at the big picture. I believe you will make the right choice. They're fighting with each other. Dude, you're about to get the out of Dodge. Do you understand who you're talking to? Sons of guns. A proposed regional investment strengthen the weaker parts of the economy. What is this? Gus, manager. Okay, and Simon Hall, oh, Mr. Two-Story, have prepared an extensive regional investment package to revitalize one of the top 3 economic fragile regions by providing large sums of business grants and cheap loans to companies with liquidity problems. The proposal can be implemented in one of the following regions. This is going to cost the budget. So I am providing large sums of business grants and giving cheap loans to companies with liquidity problems. I don't think that's a good idea, right? Cheap loans to companies with liquidity problems. Yeah, I'm not cool. Sorry. If those companies are having a hard time, then other companies can, absorb them. I'm not here to have a, what do you call it? I'm here to guide the economy. I'm not here to, although some of the things that I did implement are government companies, but there is industry here. I'm hoping private industry comes in here and starts building. I'm just not giving away loans like it's freaking 1965, 1985, 1988, I don't know, whatever. Like it's 1990. I forgot what the name of the song was. I'm gonna party like it's 19. I don't know, whatever. A vice minister has reported that it discovered a large scale underground of the BFF. Oh, crap. Shoot. That encompasses all cities in Bergia. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Shoot. Alright, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, well, I gave you money. That's gonna change soon, okay? Ah, crap. Crap. Well, as long as it's not coming out of my cash. I'm not sure Capitol Park is a wise idea in this climate either. You're right, it's not worth the security is. Let's stay inside the gates. I caught up on some reading, the children at school. I glimpsed Iona, the former Minister of Justice, walking towards the Capitol. I remember that near. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Evelyn also came around for tea. She said hi. Feeling rather low, apparently. She and Petra, okay. My guy. I like this guy. We kept walking. You know, Evelyn hasn't had the same since what happened to her. You remember how she got fired for supporting Afonso Petra, tried everything to get her job to work, but it didn't work. Supporting Afonso. Who's Janice? Oh, yeah. She recently became pregnant, asked her boss for paid maternity, and guess what? She was fired for it. Oh, wow. Here comes another executive order. That's effed up that they did that. I need to be on the same page. Women in this country are seen as wives and mothers first, human beings second. The fact that there are still places in the country where little girls like Deanna are denied the right to an education. It can't just be you. Those little girls and people like Janice need someone to speak. I see where she's going with this. Enrica will be delivering a speech at the. Oh, come on. On the oppression, okay. Well, You know what they say. It's better to have peace at home. I don't even know who that is. A reform of our country. What would they write about me in history? Let's go. I have a feeling that this guy's gonna call me and be like, yo, what's up? Your wife is now doing this thing? I'm like, yeah. From the Red Youth. Dang it. Oh, come on. BFF have bombed a police station in Dyer. Oh, jeez. Initial casualties are reported. 3 officers dead, 22 injured. This is gonna hit me hard. It's gonna be hitting hard. Jeez, this is really bad. Give me some good news, guys. Come on. Yeah, let's do the briefing. Oh, come on. Oh, how's your third home, my friend? I have expecting concerns due to progress being slower than expected. We scheduled the project to finish in late 1955. Geez, the economy's getting worse still. But the Swordfish State Corporation might miss that target with the current trajectory. After engaging with the manager, they have said they are moving forward slowly but steadily to cliffside ground laying and construction between. Okay, the SSC is an organizational principles, so they are not rushing and risking. Yeah, that makes sense. There are a couple of issues that need to be resolved. We have one of the important issues is their construction management team. The other could be the outdated construction methods. But with that other, we don't want to create chaos in the management, which could reflect further problems. Can't let mismanaged delay. I stand in agreement. The construction speed can recover if they expand the workforce and buy new machinery, and cast injection will increase the project. It might be necessary for us to hit the opening date. If we make the opening ceremony on time, the public will cherish our efficiency. One way or another, we have to solve this issue. We can lead to real complications on the line, but warn or replace them. Give them more money so they can hire more workers, which will help the economy. I'm not going to scold them if they're putting people's safety ahead. We're at the top of the... Oh, here we go again. I hope that other fracker doesn't show up. So we got Simon, we got Mikhail, and the CBS Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. Before we start, I would like to mention some rumors that I heard. Workers' Rights Act did not sit well with me. Oh, give me a break. I heard the same. This has caused these businesses to lose millions of rents just overnight. Unfortunately, really, especially during a recession. First, I would like to thank everyone for their work on the tax reform. We all know how complicated our current system is. The ultimate goal here is to end the recession. Before we move ahead and start formulating a plan, we need you to determine our direction, Mr. President. We have a few possibilities as a result. We have done so far. We can increase, maintain, or decrease the taxes for large corporations. I believe some of us in the room have strong opinions about. In parallel, we can increase... All right. Let's start with the large corporate and we'll move to small businesses. What is the outcome if we increase? I'm not taxing small businesses. Then we can do at this point. We'll decrease the taxes for larger corporations and balance the budget with an increase for smaller businesses. Just maintain. What is the outcome if we increase small? Oh, it doesn't give me anything. Almost 3/4 of the way through. The economy's still in shit. Let's see what the news has to say. School wins award. National School Rank has announced their results for 1955 school metric. Nice, good. Jeez. Debt nation. Switzerland is in a tight spot. Current reports from the Ministry of Economy are pointing to a deep underlying problem in Switzerland's economic standing debt. It appears that the current ventures to get out of recession have put a considerable dent in reserves. Yeah, I mean, that happens. Although the comments from the administration state that this situation is only temporary, it remains to be seen. Our economic advisor commented on the matter, saying that the current stance of the administration is hiding next to the... Alright, workers' rights bill signed. A double-digit unemployment and plunging economic output. The recession has been a reality. What? Has threatened to launch military operations in Northern Wales close to the borders against the... Oh, okay. Hey, man. You'll be doing me a favor. They're fighting. Oh, they're fighting for minority rights. Well, I'm trying to help you out. Stop doing stupid shit. Arcadia. Alright. Alright. Center repository. Oh, finally. Okay. And that's a long-term project, so I'm not going to get really much from that. Alright, so Minister of Education. Alright, our president is not going, apart from the guard, but there are at least 10 reporters following us around. He approached the square that was stopped by security, yes. I should probably have him patted down. Welcome to our humble Mr. Galad. Oh, yeah. Miss Wanda. Thank you. As was inscribed on the wall in giant letters. I have no idea what that means. Okay. All the students need to snap to attention. Attain who? Exactly, that's what we pride ourselves. Discipline is the utmost importance in our school. Oh, that we are aligned. I can assure you that the students are very well educated. In fact, our school is one of the top. Now we will watch the students take their daily student oath. A boy and a girl went up to the stage, grabbed their microphone. The students turned to them. I am a sword. My strength lies in my blood. I will respect our honorable elders. I will protect the young. My life belongs to Sorland now and will belong to it forever. I will always follow the guiding light of Colonel Searle and the great swords. I guess I almost forgot the words. As soon as I entered, the whole classroom was... These are our top students of top class. Here's my son. Surprise! Jeez. This is what, I mean, look, I'm all pro-military. I love the military. I believe ROTC is incredible. But this is supposed to be like a regular school. I don't want to go into like a, you know, I want to be a general, sir. Simply ridiculous. You are raising soldiers here, not students. I am so sorry. I will immediately perform disciplinary actions. She's our top student. Her grades are too. I didn't ask you. She bent down, gently addressed the young student. What do you think about your school? Just between us girls, I'm sick of having to knit and sew while the boys learn science and chemistry. I'm smarter than all of them. Oh wow. My math and reading score is the best in the school. I will personally check back and ensure that the changes are made. Yes, sir. Oh, snap. Crack that whip. What is that song? It's like, crack that whip. Whatever it was, I don't know. I looked around the class and saw a large portrait of Colonel Shaw. I have no idea what that means. I mean, it's good to be patriotic, but everybody deserves equal, okay? After this, yes, I couldn't even. We never been more sure in the format of education. Lucien took his reading glass, put it on the table. These students have to repeat the same soulless propaganda every single way. We're being brainwashed. On top of that, young girls are denied the same opportunity as boys. Women like me, Nias, even your wife, we had to study twice as hard to receive. Mr. President, we need to bring change. We need to free. We need to keep politics out of the curriculum. Sol should be viewed as a historical figure. Children shouldn't have to repeat his name every day. We also need to ensure boys and girls receive the same introduction. I know. After the budget increase, the ministry quickly began formulating plans on how to effectively use the money, but before moving forward, the question of keeping education fully state-funded or allowing new private schools remains open. Why can't we have both? We need to improve education. We do not need to complicate that. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it's not like, if private industry wants to come in and build schools and do their thing, as long as they're meeting the curriculum, the better. And it's, so do it. I mean, even help the economy a little bit. Intelligence reports the United Cortana has launched a new second satellite. Okay, whatever. Alright, cool. Good job. Alright, before we do that, I don't want to see anything else going on. That's it. I arrived at the Grand National Assembly. Gloria Tory, who's... Oh, snap. Crackle pop, that's the Speaker of the House. Alright, this is an important meeting. I walked on the left wing of the assembly, which currently acted as the quarters of USP. Good to see you here, Mr. Rain. Mr. President. I was very uncomfortable, surprised. How are you doing? How are you? Anyway, let's keep this simple, Mr. Rain. Whoa, jeez, hardcore, huh? You want me to give you my support. I don't see why the backbone of this party would support your rush reforms against the party's founder as well as the states. In the name of democracy, you're here to destroy the USP. Aren't you, Mr. Rain? Even though you owe everything to President Saul, I think you never liked him nor the party he had built. He'll be facing quite an opposition, Mr. Rain. That's all I can say. I'm not bribing. People demand change. USP must be given what that we need the people's support. USP is a party that knows how to react and change. There's no problem here except the ones you are creating with Mr. Reiter. I seriously do not know if the Conservatives will be willing to support you at all, especially when you're trying to decrease the electoral threshold, probably in hopes to bring communists into assembly. You must deal with either them or maybe the friends seem to be positive about giving you support. I cannot allow you to destroy our party either at the point. Wow. Or there will be no discussion. Either this point is removed entirely or there will be no discussion. Does that ensure your support? If you cannot promise to remove the clause, I can only promise I will be opposing you. This is a tight meeting. Alright. If you cannot promise to remove the clause, I can only promise that the Conservatives will be opposing you. So this is important because... Where is this thing? Is it in this one? No. I think it's in this one. So this is USP. All right, if I don't remove this, right, I want to mix this up with other people, with other groups and such. It's my party too. Straight down the middle. Guarantees them constant. But if I don't get her support, then obviously I will not get the changes through Congress. So I really have no choice. I'm gonna have to, because if it'll fail then. But the changes to the member of honors, this clear moves against is that the intention? You cannot win the fight. Sol built this republic amidst of blood and chaos. Then why are you taking his immunity away? He is even a public figure since he retired. Well, I've stated my concern. Let's listen to you. Look, I can promise that we won't touch them, but these ancient laws should be removed. Fine, let's talk about the other points then. Yes! I won one! So we'll get it, but I won't touch him. Which I'm not. You know, he's the founder. For future people. Even though the assembly is elected by the people, it does not hold judicial insight and neutrality to impeach justice. Power shouldn't be damaged. This is something I cannot accept. I don't see anything democratic here, Mr. President. Can you? Alright. I don't understand this part. But these ain't. All right. So I put. It is also unbelievable that you are taking away the immunity of the justices. A big mistake. Even though the assembly is elected by the people, it does not hold judicial insight and neutrality to impeach justices. The separation of powers shouldn't be damaged. I continue to disagree. So what are you thinking about? Are you ready to make the change to proposal, or should we continue with this? You know what? I feel extra generous today. I believe I can give you my support. Whoa! But don't ever forget, Mr. President, the conservatives will be expecting a lot from you. Now that it's settled, we can move on. I can get you the signatures needed for a proposal. I'll talk to the conservatives. I hope there won't be any surprises, though, Mr. President. I'm positive I can get you the signatures, but I can't vouch for all the conservatives of the party to vote for the constitutional changes. But that still depends on your policies, Mr. President. I have no problems with the proposal, and you have my word that I will help you get this out. I'm completely against your privatization efforts regarding our educational. The state must be responsible for educating its citizens. You know, no offense. But you, right, the USP, right, this, where is it, USP, right, this party right here is, what, more to the right, Republicanism, nationalism, statism, right, you're to the right, but you want the state to teach the citizens, which is a very far left thing, right? You might want to pick a side there, girl. You know, because I don't. This boy right here is not gonna take. I'm. Ugh. But anyway, that's another topic. What we can expect from you is not to pursue privatization. We'd rather not see it happen. I already told you that I will give you the signatures for the proposal, but if the administration... Anyway, it was nice meeting you, Mr. President. But now I need to get back to my duties. Whew, that was crazy. Just a little bit. Alright, now Albin... Who the heck is this guy now? Albin. Progressive faction. Albin? Friends, can whatever, this guy, that guy. Alright, I also finally presented more fleshed out proposals in the clever agenda. I walked to the left-wing assembly. Mr. President, welcome. See, he says Mr. President, not the other one. The whole room was surrounded by bookshelves packed with files and papers. There was a small office. On his just side, I took a seat. How's it going in the palace? It depends on our meeting today. Oh, I see. I want to express my gratitude for passing the Workers' Rights Act. It is one of the most comprehensive. Okay. It wouldn't be possible without. Who the heck is this guy now? Oh, him. The labor union and several NGOs like Pain. I have to say, the close collaboration between the palace and the party is going well. Looking forward. Anyway, sir, let's talk about the proposal. Thanks for coming in. I'm saying most of the progressives were already starting to warm up to your attempt to change the Constitution, created quite a bit of excitement. I've read the proposals that was finalized together with Miss Tory, and surprisingly, it came out pretty good. Look, Miss President, I'm on the same side as you. I won't create any problems. It's looking good. I will support the proposal, and okay, cool. Already. I'll do that. I'll talk to my guys shortly. I'll have their signatures soon. I came here to announce the agenda for the future of our country. I started my speech with the reasons of the change of the Constitution. The people of Sri Lanka has spoke. They blame our institutions and our systems and want change. Can you blame the people? Haven't we had enough with the flaws? Oh, shit. As they started clapping and continued. Later, I explained the Constitution and asked for their full support of the polls. Reformist swing on the left stood up and started clapping loud after Alvin made a sign. Soon after, most of the party members stood up and joined in. I saluted everybody in the room. Oh man, this is tight. I didn't know that was gonna be the meeting. You know, could have gave me a heads up. President meets the USP. Oh, here's that thing. Alright. Who the heck is Keeper? Oh, it's this guy. Communist Party leader arrested. Wow. Why was he arrested? Oh gosh, here we go. Yet again, President breaks another promise. He promised to lead the country to plan economic citizenship. Why? It's because he decided to privatize the entire education. What? The oligarchs. I hope you're seeing the pattern here from. Oh, gosh, man, give me a break, dude. What's your problem? You know what democracy is? It's about compromise. Yep. Balance of power in Eastern Maricopa. Oh gosh. Got problems in the West. Now it looks like there'll be problems in the East. Alright. Some hydration. All right. So the budget is -1. The economy is worse than when I took it. Not doing too good, huh? It's my first try at this game. So, all right. What is this? We were in the middle of a meeting in the palace about a plan for the immigration policy. It just doesn't make any sense to me that a foreign citizen should come before a Swordist citizen in Swordland. Uh-oh. Here we go. Well said, my analysis is also fine with this, especially during the economic recession. We're giving sword jobs to immigrants from... Look at only. They have revitalized the whole region, not just that, they've been boosting the economy of the entire country. Allowing the immigrants to become part of the workforce to continue to... Jeez. Gentlemen, can we please get back on topic? Right, sorry, Mr. We see. As I was saying before I was interrupted, look at the superpowers. Do you see them closing off their borders? Why do you think they have such a large economy? They are in a currency because they welcome immigration. We need to consider impact on economies. Mr. President, do you have any questions about the current state of immigration? Currently, all except them are given a work permit on arrival so that they can work and contribute to the economy. There is currently no limit on the number of immigrants accepted. However, we are able to sustain with the current numbers. The fact is many immigrants legally work for corporations. That is the main issue with immigration, not the immigration itself. Nonsense, it is the unlimited amount of immigration. We wouldn't be in this state. Alright. Before we make any sense, I have to remind you, during the election, we promised to keep our immigration laws relaxed, which I think is the right course of action. Oh, yeah. We should tighten the laws to prevent further chaos. We'll be forced to handle. Oh, jeez, give me a break. Give me a. I think that you're wrong in this. There is a reason why this country has survived in the ancient revolution. I need to head off. Okay, same here. Our border units need to be informed and prepared. They're gonna be pissed off. What is this? Alright, Religious Harmony Bill. For the purpose of increasing religious harmony and unity, the following laws are established in religious affairs. Section 1 of the RHB will ensure that the day of dissension ceremony in the Ark Sanctuary of Dyer shall from now on hold sermons in Swordish language. Section 2 will forbid sanctuaries from holding sermons unless they receive approval. I'm gonna veto that. This is the reason why they're freaking causing problems, and you're a moron. Ministry of Health has begun working on a health report with the proposal to allow privatization in the health system to potentially generate new resources of minister. Okay. Private party of the Gentleman's Club. That's my boy over there. Alright, let's see what's this about. Read the... Everybody's gonna flip out after me signing that veto. Great. Okay, I'm hoping that the Bluedish people see this. The bill was aiming to limit the freedoms of the Bluedish people in Swordsland. The MP to propose the bill, of course, has never stopped his attacks. President Rain's decision to veto his misogynistic bill, which is a clear attack on religious. Hopefully they read that. Don't cause problems. All right. Party with Peter. Let's party with Peter. Solano source, not just for no wives or girlfriends. Oh jeez. Finally, the real party can start. Come on in. Gentlemen, a minute of your time, please. I now have the privilege to present the man himself, the fourth president of Swordland, Mr. Anton Rain. I know him for long than a little. He was more than a little drunk. He made an elaborate mock courtesy as I passed him and walked into the room. The music stopped and I felt everybody's eyes on me. No, I'm saving those for your funeral. Whoa. Dear members, please give a warm welcome to our very special guest. If I may, Anton, here, take this. Oh, nice. Whiskey. I personally don't know any better cure for stress than a little drink. I have to remind you of the house rules. There are 3. No politics, no wives, no sober. No one sober here. Anton might have the power to make presidential decrees, but I, Peter, the president of this club, now declared a party started. Music, go. Chancellor was made in a, can you believe it? There's even a hedge maze in the garden. I'll let you know. Oh gosh. It's a lot of contacts in real estate. Broker a good deal for me. Oh jeez. Only my money. I like this guy, but he's causing problems, man. He knows about these gatherings. Huh. She was and oh man, this is gonna cause a lot of problems. Peter, man, I love you, brother, but dude, you're vice president. And the best caviar in the world, because nobody's going to say anything about that. Oh, great. And a scandal. Mr. President, a toast to our new member, everyone. That's right, I have a wide network in real estate. Peter told me a couple weeks ago that you might be interested in potential opportunities such as, well, this. Let's talk. Balkan has a means. Oh, gosh. And you are Minister of Agriculture, and not for long. Jeez. Thanks to my network, he was able to procure his house for half the asking price, which would have been impossible under any circumstances. But the hard work I put on the cancel rate took up so much time that I had to postpone some projects. I'm sure you understand. Of course I understand, because I chose the other thing, right? Yeah, I know it is. What are you talking about? I told you I went to the washroom. Morning kitchen staff, huh? Hey, you can have her if you want her anyway. Want a drink? Because I do. He poured us 2 large glasses of whiskey. Crap. Ah, frack. I woke up the next day with a pounding headache and a few more regrets. What? The red lipstick on, but maybe my memory was playing tricks on me. Frack me. That's gonna pop up in the news, right? Ah, see, I told you! According to reports, guests arrived in elegant suits, dresses, but the vice president was nowhere to be seen at the entrance of the heat. Nonetheless, he was wearing that ring and a throne product. Shouldn't have went. Police violence in the old capital. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shoot. At the Hordslow, whatever post? Hordslow. Oh crap, they're in this one. Oh, gee. Wonder why that's front page news. Yeah, whatever. Give me some good news. It's full swing. First dozens of Apollo transition to profit organization after Alright, so that should increase the economy somewhat, or at least some of the government coffers. Wow. Oh, this is when she's gonna like do her thing. Next few minutes were a blur of handshakes, blah, blah, blah. We followed the guards, grabbing this thing. So this is it. We'll find stand up on the same platform as you. Platformers, swords, linens, women will have voices. Break a leg. I then introduced Monica. Oh, this guy's gonna be pissed. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, I welcome all of you to blah, blah, blah. Crowd erupted again. Leaned over and hissed into my ear. Mr. President, I am afraid you have made a great mistake. There will be consequences. No, I'm merely telling you what will happen. Your little son has lost you my support in the assembly. Frack you! Each. And the plus upside, Monica resumed her speech. The festival holds a very important place in all our hearts. It is a celebration. Today marks the beginning of a new week of spare time, vitality, growth, and new beginnings. Calls so, yeah, still barred from enjoying the same freedoms as the other half. To truly move forward, we must make a break from old tradition and strive for equality of all. Did you just say enough? Whoa, motherfucker, you're done. You better freaking get ready for a box. I can no longer sit. We are past that point. What right do you have to possibly pass judgment on our values as sort of... Wow, you are not a politician. You are not a speaker. You are merely a woman who's... Wow. Whoa. Wow, that's crazy. Especially by our very own president, Harlot. Oh, wow. You have a right to berate the president. Her ideas are dangerous, Anton. This will lead us down a dark path. See, I would do this, but people are not gonna like that, so. Snap. Crackle pop. Specialist senior. Wow, that was crazy. Dang, I really love this game, man. Wow, that was some crazy stuff, man. I don't want to do downtime. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. Man, there's a lot of craziness happening. Rezek military. It's over here. Military is weak. How are our relations with these scumbags over here? Wow. Craziness, craziness. Wow. That's crazy, man. I wish I can get involved in that. Just want to thank you for supporting me. Apologize for the spectacle. You know how stubborn I am. When I gave that speech, I saw hope in the eyes of all women in the audience. I know this is something you're passionate about as well. Can I count on you? Deanna, I'm hungry. Let's go to the kitchen. Cool. All right, nice. Man, this game is like one of those games that, like, you know how you play strategy games and it's that always one more turn kind of thing? I feel like this is that thing, man, in a completely RPG kind of way. It's just very unusual. I'm never this into a game like this. Whoa! Has been confirmed with the diverse poll taken by 1,000%. Whoa! Yeah, boyo. People like what we're doing. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of Defense, and my VP. We have prepared a briefing to convey the Fergies about the current situation. Which branch would you like to know about? What is the situation of the Army, since we're pretty much land-based? According to the latest reports from camp, 50,000 soldiers in a military air base. Currently, we field 3 armies. So a division is an army? Totaling up to... Oh, okay. Totaling up to approximately 400,000 active troops. The real issue we're having is quality, not quantity. I've been trying hard to reduce the effects of the problem. It is very problematic. We need more funding toward modernization. Where exactly is our plan? At Lesbia. Okay. You would always think that the first army would be the strongest. That's the way ever I do like strategy games. I would make the first army strongest, the second army the second strongest, right? Okay, awesome. Due to the bitter past, we generally keep a coastal defense force, although many years ago this mistake is still not forgotten. Rumsfeld feeds about 6 armies amounting to 1 million soldiers. So we have how many? Go back here. We have how many troops? 400,000. They have 1 million. That's... Lesbia fields 5 armies, amounts to 800,000 men. Wow. Okay, and then Lesbia, which one is this again? Okay. Wayland field an army around 100,000 and Angola. Oh wow, okay. Angolia, really? Go figure. Due to their massive gold reserves, able to afford it. On the other hand, the Lesbian army is the most advanced, followed by the Vagsland. Both of these countries put a lot of money in modernizing. Okay. Our current has 410 planes, out of which 104 that are not in great condition. 30,000 pilots and support staff in the Air Force, and they are commanded by the... Okay, where's Ellery? Okay. 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 Oh, here we go with lack of funding. You can field 7 air wings, closing a total of 130 aircraft that can operate in combat duty. That is enough to subdue most targets. In terms of bombing capability, we have an average of 100 meters of precision. This is not great, but it is still within effective radius of bombs. That's not good. Alright, let's talk about our Navy. 60,000, I don't know where that is. Okay, it's over there. Yeah, but the Navy's not that big of a deal. The solution is not just more to make our truly, we need to equip ourselves with modern radar. Take over the hedge for where our Navy letter to protect Angola. We are limited to our near region due to the size of, yeah, if we had modern support vessels, we could participate in international operations. That's right, we still hold some power, though. If needed be, we could block the trade at the Markarian Sea to make up for weaknesses. Allying ourselves to naval power could also help protect our seas. Actually, let's move on. Let's clear this throat. The Ministry of Defense is disappointed about the lack. Oh gosh, we knew that keeping some of the same budget would cause some concern from you. Alright, looking at it this way, I'm concerned about what's going on in Wayland, right? They're doing some crazy stuff with the Brutish people, right? And that's getting crazy. But I want to have a good trade with them, so I'm thinking about just being neutral there. These guys north, these nut jobs over here, I haven't heard from them in a little bit. And Navy-wise, hasn't been real problems. I'd be willing to support the military in other ways. We could come to an agreement. We are struck between a rock and without money. The military suffers from budget overextension in order to keep up with other countries. No use complaining now. Let's look at what we can do, what we have. I've been planning to improve the quality of the armed forces by better military. It won't be. There is one way. If we relieve half the forces, that could create enough of a surplus we can invest in new equipment. So 200,000, and they have 1 million on that border. Quality is the right strategy for the future of warfare. Having a large force doesn't necessitate superiority. The reduction of the army would cause more unemployment, which could hurt the administration. Yeah, just leave it as is. Yeah, I'm not reducing 400,000 to 200,000 when they have 1 million on that border. That's not happening. And freaking unemployment will freaking skyrocket by 200,000 people. What the frack? Seriously? Jeez. Alright, good. Some craziness, I'll tell you. Frackin' frack. Significant efforts are being made to lessen political indoctrination, education, other changes, blah blah blah. There's more solid progress. Good job. Good job. All right. Swordland today. Second. Okay, whatever. I don't care about that. First Lady gives speech. You kicked him in the ass in the end, huh? Definitely kicked him in the ass. Oh, that's unusual. I haven't done that before. Okay, last one. Looks like we're about to land Mr. President. Alright, so many conflicts over a small piece of land. The island can barely sustain itself. Wait, what? Is it this? From Swordland to Stalport took 3 hours. What the heck is Stalport? Oh, that. Just curious. He's obsessed with this, right? I suppose that will be one of the topics, says Master Van Horton. Was Angolia? Oh, okay. So, alright, yeah. So Hedgeland might be under that control, but the international community is yet to recognize it. Oh, wow. Nobody wants to make enemy of Vagsland. Where's Vagsland now? Okay, especially because of... Okay. According to the deal that was negotiated so far, they want to sell us their steel for a high price, and they are requesting easier access to our agricultural market. In return, they are promising cash flow investments, especially in the Agnan region. That's good. Yeah, because the road. Okay, so we're certainly a fitting name to a stall meaning canal. A couple of minutes we finally touched the plane parked. It took a look out the window. Alright. After entering a couple, I moved to the car where Serge was waiting to make our way to the office of the Prime Minister. Good day. This is, I feel like a clear and present danger situation going on here now, right? From looks they are not too happy to see you. Serge pointed out the crowd that gathered on both sides. It was a protest. They were shouting, yelling at our convoy. Some of them held signs that sort of Switzerland must pay its debts to Angola. You know, I never knew Angolians were so ungrateful. Not everyone sees a great leader like you every day. They are afraid of you, sir. They are scared where someone will reach its potential. Mr. President, welcome to Angola. This is the beautiful city of Stalport. This way, please. We enter and follow society. I would like to present you a gift as a sign of friendship in countries. An assistant showed Amelia with a large glass box in her hands. It contained a single parchment inside. Trees written in Switzerland, just like you have prepared with Mr. Wissy before my term. May it mark the renewal of friendship today. Oh, gift one of the original copies. Alright, hold on. Our photos were taken together. I gesture at one of my retainers who was holding our gift. Wait, gift a Swordfish breed puppy despite... That's a good idea. He probably like that. Let's go to my office. Follow me. It's one of the tough parts of our job. Ooh, would you like a drink, Mr. Rain? You know your drink. I like vodka. He poured the drinks. Oh shit! I didn't want to put that there. Lashing out. Fuck. Sorry, man. Can I go back? I just saw that. What was going on with protests? So tell me, Mr. Rain, is Switzerland a reliable trading partner to Angola? Very good. It was a good move to start building that highway. Overall, this positively affect our trade. Well done, Mr. Rain. First of all, if we shake hands on it, this agreement is going to be really beneficial to both of us. You should be able to solve your recession in no time with the investment money flow coming from us. This is, as you know, on top of reduced tariffs for trade coming between. Of course, in return, as discussed between my people and your people before, you will allow us privilege. Yeah, you'll be buying steel from us at our price, which is a small price to pay, really. That is the deal. What do you say, Mr. Rain? I accept. Excellent. Before we dive into the paperwork for a trade deal, I want to offer you another possibility. What the frack? I would like to expand our newly found partnership. We have regional forces like Rumberg that have been imposing danger on both of our countries. I am of the mind that we must unite, so by the powers bestowed upon me as the Prime Minister. Oh, wow. Okay. I think that's a good idea. They have 200,000 men. Now bring us up to 600,000, and if they build a military force along this border, right? Obviously, especially they're going to try to get this road and this rail. Look how big my border is with them. Shots. Big border that I would have to defend, but now they're going to have to redistribute forces along this border. Now that we have gone this far, I'm willing to enter this. What else do you want me to do? Between Angola and Varsland. You know how the international community does not recognize our rightful claim, including Swordland. What better way to... This is going to be a problem here, guys. Because if I agree to this, right? That's a Hawaiian punch, baby. Then... yeah, I'm going to say you're asking too much. Must continue the official program. As you know, we will pay a visit to our founder's grave for another ceremony. Afterwards, we will move to the state dinner. All right. All right. So, this is huge. This is very huge. Wow, told about this alliance historic development will boost both countries economically, diplomatically. He also mentioned that this will help both countries stay strong against external threats. Apart from military, soil will open agriculture in Angola. Why isn't that going up? Alright, radical. Darkness descends. Our respected correspondent was arrested among several other after trying to report on the police arrest. He was immediately arrested on the scene. Will mean increased trade, more military deterrent. I guarantee you the nut jobs in Rumberg are going to be like, oh snap, I guess we can't go to war right away. My military general is going to be like, oh snap, let's work with these new guys. We got another 200,000 men we can work with. Oh crap. During the press, he said Angola will not stop us doing whatever it takes to. He criticized, condemned Prime Minister Van Hoorten. Oh, great. That's nice. So, I have a feeling that these guys... This is a big country, dude. It's all this. Will come and try to take that from them. And let me just see this stuff. Weak military, good relations. GDP is 160 billion. GDP is strong military. Yeah, this is a little bit not good. But I mean, with us, I mean, obviously now, can I zoom out? No, this is the farthest I can zoom out. But with us being here, obviously I mean, this is a big alliance because now they can rely on us with our navy and such. So I think that's a big thing. I think there's no more other things for me to deal with, right? Rumberg ain't doing anything. Oh gosh, here we go. Alright, before I do that, I'm gonna save. Oh man, I cannot believe I am really this into this game, man. This game is sick. Wow. See if I can get them on the Developer Dialogue podcast, man. This is some good stuff, man. I've been playing this game for 2 hours and 27 minutes. It's 2,200 hours. You believe that? Wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna end it right here. This is really awesome. Wow. I'm good to go. All right, guys. I will catch you in the next one. If you have any comments, put it in the comment section. And catch you in the next one.